On January 4th, 2016, I was walking down the street. I had ingested more drugs that day than I had ever probably done in my whole life. And the next thing I know, I fall to my knees and I pass out in the middle of the street. I knew that I was probably gonna die, and I was okay with that. Growing up, I had a really normal childhood. My parents were hardworking people. They taught me morals and values. I lived a really normal childhood up until high school. You know, I was a star athlete, did really well in school, and that continued into high school until I was first introduced to pain pills my junior year. I had a really bad back injury playing football and got prescribed pain pills, pretty heavy narcotics. You know, up to that point, I really hadn't had anything bad happen to me, and then I had some pretty traumatic things happen. My parents got divorced. I had a breakup with a girlfriend, and the injury that I had wouldn't allow me to play sports my senior year, which my goal was to play college football, and that took that off the table. So I was pretty devastated by that, and the pain pills really just numbed me from that emotional pain, and I became quickly dependent on the pills. You know, and I really didn't know what had happened before it was too late. My parents decided to tell my school about it so that they could be supportive and help me through that time. I went on spring break. When I came back, they decided to drug test me, and I failed that drug test. I was told by my counselor that I would probably be expelled the next day from school whenever my principal got back from vacation. Thinking that I could be an addict and then getting expelled from high school, I thought my life was over. I couldn't see beyond high school, and so I decided to end it all. I went to a Target. I got a bunch of cough medicine. I went out to my car. I swallowed 5 boxes of cough medicine and really just kind of waited to die. And you know, something came over me that I was able to call a friend's mom, and I woke up in the hospital 3 or 4 days later. You know, my parents are standing around me crying, and the doctors are saying they've never seen anybody ingest that much medication and live. You need to use this as a second chance at life. And it just didn't sink in for me at 17, 18 years old. And as soon as I was released from the hospital, I went to the dealer's house and I got high. We're on the east side of Indianapolis. For the past 10, 15 years, it's kind of gone downhill, and you know, there's a lot of drugs around, a lot of violence, and I really haven't been back to this area since I got sober. Down the street is where I had my last day of using. I had ingested so many drugs that I was walking down the street, and I knew that I wasn't probably going to make it. And I had fallen right here in the middle of the street, passed out, quit breathing on my own. A couple days later, I woke up in the hospital with a breathing tube down my throat. I had completely stopped breathing. I had to be on a ventilator. So to be back here is kind of surreal, also kind of sad. You know, it was a pretty traumatic time for me, very lonely. But today I can tell you that I just don't live that way anymore. I was able to go into a sober living house after all that, and quickly got busy. I was willing to do whatever it took to stay sober. Anything that they told me, any suggestions that they gave me, any rules that they had, I followed them. I surrendered 100%. And I think that's one of the most important things I could tell somebody. You have to surrender 100%. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. It's a very simple program, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of action on your part. If I can do it, anyone can do it. On November 1st, 2020, I got a job here at Recovery Centers of America at Indianapolis, and I've been extremely happy here. Everything that we do is patient-centered, patient-focused. They put the money into the facilities and whatever they can to make the patients stay here more comfortable, so they don't have to face any more stigma. We as addicts have faced enough stigma, so coming into treatment, you shouldn't have to feel that way. And I can tell you, here at Recovery Centers of America, you won't. My life today is better than I could have ever imagined. You know, today I'm happy, I'm comfortable in my own skin, and that's why I got sober. I didn't get sober just to be sober. I got sober so I could be happy. Today I am truly happy. I have everything that I could have ever imagined and more. You know, I have healthy relationships with people today, with all my family members. They're back in my life. They're supportive of me. With my wife, I have a healthy relationship for the first time in my life. We just had our first daughter. She's just been the best thing that's ever happened to me. And to know that her dad she'll never have to see her dad use or drink in her life just makes me feel really good. Please reach out for help. There's plenty of people here at Recovery Centers of America that would be happy to help you. If I can be homeless and suicidal and just okay with death and be able to get this, anybody can get this. I just want people to know that there is hope out there. Just please reach out for help. We are here waiting for you.